So you're joining us for another session on Crow Green here in Essex, Crow Green Fishery. As you can see, we're temporarily set up here. It's not the pegs we wanted to fish. There's someone on the island who's leaving about 6 PM and it looks like we're going to fish down Cat Corner over there where those two gents are leaving at some point this afternoon. But yeah, it's a boiling hot day, probably about 27 degrees. Haven't had a sniff since we got here at about 7:30. Didn't expect to be honest. All the fish have been coming out during the night or the evening, so kind of just chilling, to be honest, in the sun. Even though it's too hot, still got all our gear on our barrows for when we take it round later. But yeah, we're just waiting for people to pack up. But in the meantime, I thought I'd show you some of the beasts that lie within Crow Green. I've tried fishing for them already off the top, but I'm not interested in the slightest. But there's a number of fish in this corner, so we're going to go and have a look at them. As you can see, there's loads of them. So there's 3 there. 4 there, all commons. And 1's a mirror. Sorry, it's a lie, all commons. And they're all in this little bay here where no one fishes. But as I said, they're not responding to any sort of bait. They literally are just doing what we're doing, and that's very little. But it's like that all around the lake. They're literally all in the margins, under the trees, right in the far corner. There's about 10 or 15 fish all under that overhanging bushes. So yeah, you could join us later on as we get set up in our pegs for the next 2 days, and hopefully we'll have some fish on the bank tonight. So it's 5 PM on Wednesday the 5th of July. We've finally been able to move into the peg of our choice. Bivvy's up at last. It's been a roasting hot day, 27 degrees. We're all knackered. Andy's in there next door. And we're fishing Cat Corner and the one next door to it. So we're all set up finally at last. We're about to have some tea. It's been a really quiet day. A couple of fish out to anglers who have been here 24 hours or so or more. But I've got my rods in this little cove here. I've got another one, where are we? Just off the dead tree there. And then I've got another one further out on the bar, just straight in front of me. We've used the bait boat, Andy's got a bait boat, so we've used that to drop the bait. So yeah, we're going to see what tonight brings. Potential thunderstorms tomorrow, which is crap for me because I hate them. So, but you can understand why. It's been roasting hot. All the fish on the top not responding to surface bait, so it's a case of wait and see tonight. I think. Pretty sure we'll have a couple of runs during the night. So yeah, gonna have some tea and then hopefully catch up with you later on as it all kicks off. I think it's playing me at the moment. You what? Mine's right in front of me now. Careful of my land. See how good they are though? They literally like roll themselves around the net. It's a cat. Right, we're going to get him on the bank. Come and take a photo of this way, mate.
There you go. See what he weighs in a second.
So here we go. $56, I think we'll call that. Hold on, mate. Right, let's get him back. Well, after an hour's battle, unfortunately it looks like we've lost that cat. It's gone straight into the very corner, which is very snaggy, overhanging bush, but we've slackened it off a bit now and just going to wait to see if it moves itself, but yeah, quite frustrating. Definitely a bigger cat, I think, than the one we just had. So it's 4:40 AM. And we lost that. I lost that one last night, that catfish. Unbelievably, we left it slackened off, and after 10 minutes, it ripped off again. The cat actually jumped out of the water, and I went to strike the rod, and it totally snapped off. So I have no idea how and what that was. My rod wasn't fully bent round or anything like that, so it's as though it freed itself from the snag. But as you can see this morning, there's ripples everywhere. A lot of small fish, silvers and stuff like that, but literally just fish. Probably common, haven't weighed it yet. 16,
17, 17, 12.
So it's 5:30, 5:45 on the Thursday night, and as you can see, that 27-degree sunny day has now turned into, as predicted, a very hazy, stormy looking sky. It's coming over from Romford area. You can hear the thunder in the background, so we could be in for a torrential downpour, some lightning, which is probably good for the fishing, but Not good for me personally. I absolutely hate the stuff, so I'm going to prepare to take shelter. But yeah, not looking good, I'm afraid. So it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to try and get some rest, but it's a real weird sort of fog-like over the back tonight. I can only think that's the heat from the sun we've had the last couple of days and the effects of the rain, condensation, all that lot, I presume. Yeah, it's quite, feels quite foggy. But nothing as yet. 7 anglers on the lake and not a run, so I'm going to leave it here until hopefully we'll be in with some action in the early hours. So that was disappointing. Midnight, screaming run off my carp swim, and I get a baby cat, which I didn't bother weighing. As you can see, I just unhooked it on the mat and slipped it back in, but it's gone really quiet, the lake, and you can hardly see anything with the fog. It seems to have knocked the fishing off, unbelievably. We thought it would go electric tonight. I mean, it is only midnight, but we've only got 4 hours of darkness, and none of the cat boys who are fishing for the cats have had a run yet. So a strange one. So Andy's just going to get her head up for us. And there you are. One big angry cat. It's taken about an hour to get in. Luckily he's just getting someone we've met here who's getting the glove.
Big enough?
You
haven't? I have. Yeah, I've got some of them.
Ready?
You've slightly beaten your £53.
Yeah,
This is probably an 80.
80.
Definitely 70.
Do you want to get dirty?
Yeah. I ain't, no.
No.
I want to get dirty with your fish for.
You're going to be cameraman? Then there's a couple ways you could do it. You get the head in, you caught it. Just wait to do, just push her on. Make sure you're just going to get your arms underneath her, just like roll her up. She settles, just gently lift her if you can. Do it just like that for her.
Take one, head on, mate.
Behaved.
done well getting that out of there.
Right, let's get away.
Shot. Well done, mate.
What is it? Jesus.
Get a head on. 84?
84 pounds.
84. Top man.
I don't think I'm going to beat that in a long time. That's awesome.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. What a beast. What an absolute
84 pounds.
84.
Should swim off in a second.
If you don't mind just holding the net,
Yeah, go on.
I'll just coax it out.
Here goes, here she goes.
She's ready.
She's gone.
Brilliant.
Well done, mate.
Time for a shower. Well, absolutely astounded with that 84 pound on the nose. Biggest ever cat. Beats my PB from Wednesday night by about 29 pound. So absolutely chuffed. But to be honest, couldn't have done it without the help of the lad we've met here, Paul. Fantastic lad, and brought all his real proper cat gear down to give us a hand. But the key thing was getting it out of that snag, which we went round and just tried to free anything we could, and it eventually came out, leaving Andy to play it for 5 minutes whilst we walked back round, and then the rest is history really. But yeah, what a water, eh? Not many waters you can just beat your PB in 2 nights, and it has fished real slow as well, which is even stranger, isn't it? But Andy's gonna have a go now for the carp, I think, in this swim, and I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the moment, I think. This is the rig. I had the cat on, barbless, size 4, quarter wide gate, 15 pound main line, and then 2 sticky krill on the hair rig, 16 mil. So, but you can tell, I mean, my line isn't chafed, I don't know whether you can see that, but you can definitely feel the abrasion from playing that, so I've got to be careful with that. But it's still thick and okay to do a job for carp, but I'm certainly going to look at that. I'm just going to get the rigs back out now. As I said, I think I want to go into Andy's peg for the last few hours of the session. Get him.
He's a big one.
Same, this 20.
Yeah.
Some fat fingers, Alex.
He's
Look.
good.
He has got some ghost in him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely on the top of his head.
In the head. He looked really ghosty in the water, didn't he?
So
29, so it's 26.4, isn't it?
yes, no, 26.6.
26.6.
26.6. It's very ghosty like, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's definitely got some ghost in him.
Bad guessing, wouldn't we?
Gorgeous condition fish, but gonna get her back now. There she goes. The sulk. What a cracking result, 26.6. Well chuffed with that. On the final day, or the final morning anyway. Cracking result. It was a bit of a pub chuck, if I'm honest, over where I had the cats last night, or the cat last night, sorry, this morning. But it was a pub chuck, and then I scattered some boilies. The first time I've done that because we've been using the bait boat, and you can't help but think that the bait boat's great for placing and dumping a bait in an area for something like a cat to come across, but in terms of a carp, sometimes it's just hearing that splash of the boilie, I think, that gets them on the feed and looking for it. So out of all 3 rods we've got here, we've got 2 strategically placed on the far bank there under the bushes, and it was this one that ripped off right open in the middle, probably on the bar. But as I said, it was very pub chucky, but cracking fish, ghosty common. See if we can get another. So we're down to 2 rods now. Andy's just gone, it's lunchtime on the Friday. He had a run about 20 past 11, and within 30 seconds it had snapped. Not sure whether it was cat or carp, but it was off the bar, which is apparently a problem on this lake, just like many others. But yeah, so he was disappointed with that. He's now left. I'm literally giving it a couple more hours. There's loads of fish on the top, but the ducks are absolute nightmare, and literally follow you around the lake wherever you put one surface bait. So that's not going to happen. I've got both rods now right in the guttering of the side of the lake, seeing if I can pull one off the far side of the bank, but not looking too promising. But we'll catch up with you shortly. So it's 3 o'clock. Been asleep for an hour and nothing. My one rod's been snagged up on the bank on branches, but loads of carp under this tree now. They were responding to surface baits earlier, but unfortunately you just couldn't keep one in long enough because of the ducks. But there's at least 12 or 13 fish around me, right in the corner. Recast my left hand rod. I'm literally going to start packing away now. There's a ghosty over the back there as well. It keeps cropping up and disappearing. Yeah, there's tons of fish. Unfortunately it's in 15 feet of water, so unless you've got a very, very long zig, it's a bit of a waste of time.
Here we go.
So I'm 10 minutes from packing down. It's the end of my session. Been another fantastic session here at Crow's Green. It's got everything, this lake, brilliant lake, loads of cracking fish to aim at. Superb owners and family who run it, really nice, kind people, and really friendly, really look after the place, and the anglers as well, really friendly people. My recommendation would be to get down here and do a session if you can, because as I said, it's definitely fast becoming one of my favourite fisheries. I and I've had 2 PBs in a session, which is a very rare thing indeed, so extremely happy with that. Andy struggled, but on another day it would have been the other way around, so that's fishing for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the bank soon, and it'll be back to frying in for me next week. See if I can get one of the fish out of the valley. Cheers.